Hello everyone, it's me, Tammeron, here on Tuesday at 222. Today is actually the first day of spring in 2017, so happy spring everyone. I'm certainly feeling the push in the energy as well for the last 2 nights. I've been so excited. I've had a hard time falling asleep, so I'm feeling it. I'm feeling excited. Again, today I'm back home in Northern Ontario, so I'm drinking out of my favorite teacup here. And today the tea that I'm drinking is actually a longtime favorite, and I found this the other day and I remembered how much I loved it and I was out. So it's Tulsi tea. This is a tea that actually originated in India. It's an amazing tea. It's considered sacred in India, and it's great for stress, respiratory disorders, fever, asthma, lung disorders, and heart disease. So it's a very strong tasting tea. You can dilute it a little bit if you like, but I have heard nothing but amazing benefits from people who drink this tea on a regular basis as well. So I'm using to choose this tea today because the question that was sent in was anonymous, and this person sounds very stressed. So I found it ironic that I found this 2 days ago and I was going to use it. And I also feel that perhaps this person might enjoy drinking some of this tea because it will help calm the body down with stress. So again, this is a Tulsi tea, and you can pretty much get this anywhere nowadays in a health food store. And it also usually comes in tea bags and either loose leaf or still in the herbal form. So it's a little bit bigger. So again, today I am answering questions guided by spirit through Colette Baron Reid's deck, The Enchanted Map. I seriously love this deck. Again, I love to offer support for entrepreneurs who are going through challenges because it's crazy what's happening on the planet right now. I know it. I've been there myself. I had my huge shift last year around this time. And to be honest, a lot of people are still going through it. So if you are a new ager, an entrepreneur, a healer, somebody who feels that they're here to serve on the planet and there's all kinds of wild things happening to you and you feel like they're negative, I guarantee they're not. What's actually happening is you're ready for more. You're ready for abundance. But in order to be ready right now, you've got to let go of all this negativity. Even if there's just a residue of something still lingering within you, you need to release it. This is a very powerful time. So we have to be very careful of our thoughts and our beliefs because everything is super magnified right now. So even the littlest thing is going to affect us. So today's question was sent in by a female, and her question is, I need some guidance. I am seriously desperate. And I felt this woman when she sent in her question, so I chose to answer this. So today we've got 2 cards that came up in the reading. The first card came up right side up in Colette Baron Reid's deck called Sacred Pool. This card came up in last week's reading, and the action step for her question is magic prayer. So I'm going to go back to the first card here. This is a beautiful card. I mentioned this last week. This is again what I was saying. We have to be very careful what we're thinking. So right here, this is the energy within ourselves. This is this loving energy within ourselves. So when we're going through huge challenges, and I had to learn this too, we have to get out of thinking of what's negative, what's wrong, why does stuff keep happening to me, why? Because what we're creating is we're creating this huge downward spiral. And so when we can't get out of it, what we focus on, we are attracting. So we keep going down. So I feel like this person's energy keeps going down and they need to change it, and they need to learn how to change it super fast. Okay. So the next card is going to teach us how to do it. But what this card is reminding this person is that you need to focus on loving yourself. When we focus on what is good in the world rather than what we don't want to see or what's negative, we can turn it around. We can turn it around super fast. So if you're struggling with things in your life, the fastest way to change it is to focus on what you love about yourself, because what you focus on about yourself is going to change the perception of the world. There's a famous saying. I used to have a poster. I gave it up when I had to move a year ago, but it's a poster that says, when you want to see peace in the world, or in a situation, you have to see the peace within yourself first. So everything is still a reflection of yourself. We focus on ourselves, it changes our perception of everything else. We always need to go within because everything's a mirror of ourselves. So this is very, very powerful. Again, a very powerful card. So what Spirit is asking you to do is to focus on self-love and self-esteem. So what you need to really do is have some self-reflection here. Really focus on what you are bringing into the world. All right. So this is very, very powerful, and it might change your perception of what is actually happening to you. A prayer that I would like to recommend, I'll get more on this a bit later, but is the Ho'oponopono prayer. Okay, it's a powerful prayer. You could do this. It doesn't cost anything. You can go online, and I'll share the prayer at the end. All right. So the next card that came up again for the action step for this person is Magic Prayer. Wow. Beautiful card here. So what it's basically saying is really focus on your intention, focus on your thoughts, really change that energy. What are you able to change? What is it you need to see in yourself? What's the beauty, the love you need to see within yourself? And write it down. I love to write things down. So again, what Spirit is asking this person to do in this card is you need to sit and you need to be still and you need to trust what you hear. All right. Sometimes when we're going through challenges, we're expecting things to show up in a certain way, and that may not always be the case. And also for me in my personal life, when I had something huge coming up for me, when I sat and I meditated and I trusted, and this is the key word, when I trusted what I hear the action step to do, and that might be calling a certain person, going to a certain place, reading a certain book, something. You have to trust what you hear, because this is when your inner guidance is going to be very, very strong. All right. And it may not be the answer that you thought you might have. Okay. It might even sound weird, but you need to trust it because you're being guided. All right. To the next steps. So if you're struggling with this, trust is hard, especially when you're going through challenges. This has always been my strength, to be honest, but it's not for most people. So if you need to trust yourself, what I'm going to do is recommend 3 essential oils here and the Ho'oponopono prayer. The first essential oil I'd like to recommend in this situation is frankincense. Frankincense is a beautiful essential oil when we are going through times of stress. I use it on a regular basis. I tend to have a wild life. I always have wild things happening to me, up, down, roller coaster. It's my personality. I'm very passionate, so I tend to have things go up and down. So I'm getting used to it, but I can manage that when I use frankincense. Frankincense is what we use when we don't know what to use, but it's very powerful. It was mentioned in the Bible. Okay, it's more like a blessing when you use this. It's going to keep you safe and feeling protected. And it's also going to teach you to trust what you hear. This essential oil brings you back within yourself to trust that guided information that's coming in through the crown. Okay, so very powerful essential oil. The next essential oil I would like to recommend is bergamot. Bergamot, this is the essential oil for self-love. This is when we need to look within ourselves, and this essential oil can bring back that emotional balance to really raise our vibration and it opens us so that we can actually feel loved and empowered within ourselves. So it's good for self-confidence and self-esteem. The last essential oil I'd like to recommend in a blend, which you can put in a roller ball, is grapefruit. Grapefruit, this is the oil of self-love. Very powerful essential oil for women. What it'll help us do is to help you have a stronger image of yourself. Again, I use this one quite frequently. Many women do. And so when we have acts of self-love, which means looking after ourselves, nurturing, taking care of ourselves, and I'm talking health nurturing. I'm not talking about using alcohol or drugs or bad stimulants. It's a no-no. Right now, when you're going through these types of challenges, what this person needs is they need health. They need things that are going to rebalance and bring back their health, so their mental health is going to be stronger as well. So again, if these 3 oils, frankincense, bergamot, and grapefruit together, can help this person manage this emotional crisis that they're in, Again, I only use a brand of high-grade essential oils. So if you'd like to know which brand that I would recommend, please comment or send me a private message here on Facebook. I'd be more than happy to set you up with some information on how you can purchase these oils at wholesale. Also, I also run free workshops on Facebook every Monday to Friday. And what these are is how to learn how to use essential oils for emotional well-being. It runs every Monday to Friday. It's an online Facebook class. We talk about 50 odd different essential oils and how they're used to help balance the emotional body. They are super powerful. They must be organic. They must be pure, okay? There's only one brand that I honestly believe is the best out there, and it's the one company that I have had amazing results and amazing testimonials with many people. Again, the last thing I'm going to recommend for this person is the Ho'oponopono prayer. This is a famous Hawaiian prayer. It's a beautiful prayer. You could go online. I've actually done recordings for my business team where we can listen to the recording so we can go through a shift. And what you're actually doing is you're saying a mantra. So in the past, you can visualize yourself, or you can visualize a person or a situation in front of you. I would recommend closing your eyes. And the prayer, the 4 lines in the prayer that you need to repeat over and over until you feel the shift, do it multiple times a day if you need to, is, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry. All right. This is a huge forgiveness prayer. It will shift the energy because remember, just like in the first card that came up, everything that's happening is a mirror of what's happening within yourself. So when you reflect on changing the energy towards yourself, it's going to change your perception of what's happening on the planet, and you're going to on the planet and in your life, and it's going to help you see maybe a greater lesson here for you, and it's going to help you shift the energy. So again, the prayer is Ho'oponopono prayer. I hope this bit has been beneficial for the person who sent in their question. Again, please remember to follow me here every Tuesday on Facebook at 222. I hope to be doing live recordings soon. Maybe when the better weather is coming in the summer, we'll have better speed here out on our internet. But for right now, these are free recordings that are done every Tuesday by me, Tammeron, to help entrepreneurs manage all the challenges that we are going through right now. Thanks again for listening, and cheers for now.